The world never knocked you down. It tried, but it didn't. It's your thoughts that do the real damage. The little voice in your head, the voice that doubts your worth, repeats your failures, and whispers, "You'll never be good enough." There are two wars in life, one with the world, and one with your own mind. And the internal war is always the hardest, because no one sees it, no one hears it, but you feel it every day, every night. You can be in a quiet room with no danger around and still be consumed by fear, shame, regret. Why? Because the battlefield is inside you. Negative thinking is more than just a bad habit. It's a silent destroyer, a slow erosion of your peace, your confidence, your will to succeed. But there is a way to fight back. Not with noise, not with anger, but with wisdom, with insight. The ancient Stoics knew this. They lived through betrayal, exile, even slavery, and they still found peace, because they trained their minds like warriors. In this video, we'll break down 7 brutal yet liberating Stoic rules that will help you block out the noise and destroy negative thinking at its source. If you're ready, really ready, to stop being a prisoner of your own mind, comment, "I am stronger than my negative thoughts." Like the video. Share it with someone who needs quiet strength. Subscribe, because your transformation begins with awareness. Let's get started. 1. The mind is battlefield. Take control of it. There's a place inside you where the world never sees. A quiet room where thoughts echo, some soft, some sharp, some that don't feel like yours at all. And yet you've carried them for years. You're not good enough. You've failed too many times. You'll never be at peace. But what if I told you none of those voices were truly you? You are not your thoughts. You are the space they pass through, like wind brushing through tall grass, like waves rising and falling on a still ocean. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." But he didn't say you are the color. He said you're the soul, which means you can change the shade. The mind, like weather, will shift. Sometimes bright, sometimes stormy, but beneath it all, you remain. Still, spacious, unmoved. This is the first law of Stoic healing. Learn to watch without absorbing. Observe without becoming. When a thought arises, don't run, don't fight. Just notice. Say gently, "I'm having a thought about fear." Or, "There's sadness passing through me now." Give it a name and let it go, like a leaf floating down a river. Because the moment you stop being your thoughts and start witnessing them, you remember who you truly are. Not the noise, not the wound, but the one who survived it all. And that is power no thought can take away. 2. Stop fighting the past. Take control of the present. There are moments in life that don't go the way you hoped. A goodbye you didn't choose, a silence you didn't expect, a chapter that closed too soon or never got the ending it deserved. And something inside you keeps saying, "This shouldn't have happened. This wasn't how it was meant to be." But the truth is, it did happen. No amount of wishing, replaying, or rewriting can undo the page that's already been written. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. They lost children, kingdoms, freedom, and still they said, "Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do, and you will be peaceful." Epictetus. This isn't about pretending nothing hurts. It's about not letting the hurt define who you are now. You can carry pain without letting it steer the ship. Because fighting reality only keeps you locked in a battle you'll never win. But when you whisper, yes, it happened, and now, what do I choose? Something shifts. You step out of the storm. You stop being a victim of memory and start being the author of what comes next. That's amor fati, the Stoic idea of loving your fate. Not because every moment is beautiful, but because it's yours. Because it shaped you. Because you're still here. So the next time your mind says, if only, pause, look it in the eye, and answer with calm, but it did. Then breathe, stand, and take the next quiet step forward. Not because the past is fixed, but because you are free to move again. 3. Don't give in to your first emotion. There's a moment, right after something stings, a text left on read, a sharp word from someone you trusted, a silence when you needed comfort, and suddenly, your chest tightens, your breath shortens, your mind lights up like a storm. Anger, fear, jealousy, shame. Whatever shows up first feels like the truth. But here's what no one ever told us growing up. The first feeling is rarely the full story. It's a flare, a reflex, a wound remembering something from long ago. Not every emotion needs a reaction. Not every reaction needs to become your next mistake. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled an empire and battled his own heart, once wrote, "The first rule is to keep an untroubled mind. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are." What if, instead of answering right away, you whispered, "I'm feeling hurt, but maybe there's more to see"? What if you paused, let the wave roll in, let it rise, let it crash, and then let it go? That space, that stillness, is where your power begins. A quiet practice. Next time something hits you hard, don't speak, don't act, just name it. I'm feeling anger. I'm feeling left out. I'm feeling forgotten. Say it like you're watching clouds drift by, because that's all they are, weather, and you. You are not the storm. You are the sky wide enough to hold it without becoming it. 4. Rewrite the story in your head. Sometimes it's not what happened, but the story you whispered to yourself afterward that left the deepest scar. A door closed, a voice raised, a moment where someone didn't see you, or worse, saw through you. The event passed, but the narrative stayed. They never cared. I'm always the one left behind. I mess everything up. Beneath all that, you truth is, you've didn't leave, what quietly held you together while everything else was falling apart. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Gratitude isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about seeing everything, not just what hurts. Because even on the worst days, something remains. The breath in your lungs, the friend who checked in, the moment of calm between two waves. So try this. Before the day ends, name 3 things. Not big, not perfect, just real. The way your coffee felt warm in your hands this morning. The bird that landed near your window. The fact that you got through another day, even if limping. These are not small things. They're anchors. And anchors don't stop the storm, but they keep you from drifting too far. Gratitude softens your vision. It reminds you, you are not empty. You are not forgotten. You are still held, even if quietly, even if barely. And over time, the more you name what's still beautiful, the more space it takes up in your life. Not because the darkness disappears, but because light is finally being invited in. And sometimes, that's all it takes to begin again. So maybe now, you see it more clearly. You are not your thoughts. You never were. You are the space beneath them, the stillness between the noise, the one who chooses how long a thought gets to stay. And no, you don't have to win every battle. You don't need to feel strong all the time. You only need to remember, you get to respond. You get to rewrite. You get to start again, even here, even now. The stories that hurt you can be softened. The emotion